Do you think Jalen Hurts' value went up or down in what you witnessed with these quarterbacks that were on display during the playoffs? Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Matthew Stafford. You think it went up or do you think it went down? Personally, I think his value went down. I think every single NFL team that doesn't have one of those guys, I think is reevaluating. NFL playoffs spin. Dan Sileo, National Football Show. Welcome to this Conference Championship Football Monday. Man, they have been spectacular. I don't know if the Super Bowl is going to live up to what we've just witnessed in the postseason, but that's one of the best postseasons I've ever seen in NFL history. These games were just amazing, from wild card all the way to conference championship. It's just been unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now you see why the NFL. Hey, by the way, do you know there's a work stoppage in Major League Baseball? Probably not on your mind right now, right? Okay? Damn. Hey, MLB, they got a work stoppage. No one cares. And NBA, no one cares. Crazy, man. The NFL owns Sundays. You know, back when I was a kid, God owned Sundays. Now it's the NFL. They own it. Man, that was some special football. And it all accumulated with the conference championship games. They were just great. Really appreciate it. All right, listen, I see people lining up. Yes, I have news on Deshaun Watson and the Philadelphia Eagles. I do. I'm going to get that across to all you here in a second. Please, guys, hit the like button. I want to tell you about our special guest. As always, Fox 29 Philadelphia's very own Gary Cobb will join us at the bottom of the hour. We have a lot to bang on here with the Eagles offseason. In hour number 2, the chairman of CBS Sports, the man who puts it all together. Masters, conference playoffs, NFL football, you name it. Sean McManus, yes, Jim McKay's son, who's the chairman of CBS Sports, the number one man at CBS Sports, will join us in hour number 2. But this first segment is going to be about you and me here. Let me ask you something before we started out here with the topics. And guys, I know you guys are posting now. Kyle, Eric, Flex, James, you guys are all awesome. And if you're new to the program, please hit the like button. You post it, I hit it. James, I'm going to get to that here in a minute. Let me ask you something about what you witnessed during this NFL playoff run. Do you think Jalen Hurts' value went up or down in what you witnessed with these quarterbacks that were on display during the playoffs? Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Matthew Stafford. You think it went up or do you think it went down? Personally, I think his value went down. I think every single NFL team that doesn't have one of those guys, I think is reevaluating what they have right now as signal callers. Or how about this? Say the Steelers. You think they're looking and going like this? Dwayne Haskins is the heir apparent to Ben Roethlisberger in Pittsburgh. They're going like this. No. You need to have a plan there at quarterback. And Jalen Hurts is nothing what I've seen during this playoff run. He's nothing like it. He is a good football player. And again, I'm not going to sit here and quantify why I like him as a human. This is not a personality conversation. This is a football playing conversation about elevating your team to being a championship contender. So I'm not going to sit here and go like this. Well, I really like the kid, so let's give him another year. Fuck that. This is about winning ball games. Look what Joe Burrow did to the crummy-ass Cincinnati Bengals. Guys, the Bengals have never been good. Do you know that Joe Burrow and his Bengals have as many wins as the Dallas Cowboys do since 1998 in the postseason? 3. The Cowboys are 3-8 since 98. Burrow's got 3 this year. It's only taken a year and a half to figure out Burrow's a stud. We're sitting here going, well, I need to see a little bit more Jalen with a better team. Joe Burrow was on the Bengals. Joe Burrow was on the Bengals, went to the Bengals. What was Zach Taylor's record before Joe Burrow showed up? It had to be shitty. Dude, come on. This is not about liking somebody. This is about winning games. Okay? And Jalen's value went down. Watching those guys. Hey, Baker Mayfield's value went down. And the value of Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, who I'll get to in a minute, have all elevated. What up, Dave? Thanks for coming aboard. Jesus, criminy. Okay, let me give you the update, and I'm going to get to the topic, and then I'm going to get to all you guys here. Howie Roseman, late last week, reached out to Nick Caserio of the Houston Texans, and it was a preliminary conversation on what the value of Deshaun Watson is to the Texans, which means what are they looking for in a trade package? Preferably, Caserio would like to have a quarterback come back in the deal, but he wants assets to rebuild the team. And the McNair family wants assets too, which means draft choices. And they threw out, because they know the Eagles, and because the Eagles called, they threw out their 3 number ones. Now, look, this is like the reporting of Tom Brady retiring over the weekend. It's inevitable that Brady's retiring. ESPN and the NFL Network jumped the gun. He's retiring, but he wasn't retiring over the weekend. Tom Brady was never going to interfere with the conference championship games, nor the Super Bowl, until the season was over to retire. But ESPN, because again, they have the new CNN model on how you cover things. You just say shit and hope it's true. And if it's not, there's no collateral damage. No one cares. And you know how they know? Because of the man in the middle production. Okay? The man in the middle production, they kind of got wind of how it's ending. Brady riding off into the sunset. So that's how they know, and that's how they jumped the gun. The production of that series that he's doing leaked out. It wasn't Don Yee, his agent, because I talked to Don Yee last night. Yeah, Brady wants to go on his own. Tom will know when it's just, he's going to do it his way. Okay. So Nick Caserio, the general manager of the Houston Texans, by the way, has relationships in New England. He wants 3 number ones. And he would like to have a player back in return. Now, is that just because the Eagles were on the horn? Now, look, also think this. You think the Philadelphia Eagles are the only people that contacted the Houston Texans about the availability of Deshaun Watson? Come on, man. The Panthers, the Dolphins, the Broncos, the Vikings. Pick a team. Pick a team. Washington. Pick a team. The Giants. Saints. You don't think that Mickey Loomis, the general manager of the New Orleans Saints, contacted the Houston Texans and asked what the asking price is? Use your fucking heads. Nah, I'm not hollering at you guys. But the people that went on my Twitter page at Dan Sileo Show are making it seem like the Philadelphia Eagles are the only people that have contacted Caserio and the Texans about what the asking price of Watson is. How do you know unless you ask? Howie may go like this. Screw that. Way too high for me. I don't know what the further conversation was. I just know that the Eagles and Texans had a conversation. So, by the way, guys, Do you really think this is reporting? Or this is just a GM doing his job? Oh, am I screaming? Thank you very much, East Camden. I have to always remember that. Excuse me, I'm sounding like Shannon Sharp here. I apologize. That's just the Italian in me because I get excited. By the way, I was pretty excited over the weekend because of the games. East Camden, thank you. Why am I hollering? I don't know. Because I'm Italian? Yeah, right? But come on, guys. Think about it for a minute, right? You think the Eagles are the only people contacting the Texans? Sileo, you don't know shit. That's probably true. I'm not a reporter. Dan had his coffee. Thank you, Paul. Yeah, Watson has legal issues. That money won't fix. No, he doesn't. Yale, as far as I'm concerned, are the Texans paying him? As far as I'm concerned, are the NFL with any kind of suspensions on him? As far as I'm concerned, is he on the commissioner's exempt list? All those questions have a no behind it. I don't know what you're talking about, Yale. Okay? What's the matter with you? Eric, right? Until the NFL suspends the kid, he has no legal issues. And he's trying to resolve the civil suits. He's being civilly sued here. There's no criminal crime here yet. Look, I'm not going to play lawyer here, okay? But the NFL hasn't made it an issue yet. Paul says the big question is, can Howie land him? That's a great question. Eric says no criminal charges. James says Texans got to trade him by March 12th. Otherwise, they got to pay him, put him on the roster, and a bonus of $17 million, baby. And the cap hit is $35 million. This guy's scheduled to make $35 million this year. How you doing? B. Costello says those chicks want money. Hey, B. Costello, anytime somebody sues you and they're not going after the crime and they're going after your wallet, don't you question? Did they suspend Robert Kraft? Absolutely not. You kidding me? They gave him a lifetime exemption to some of those massage parlors in Orlando. How you doing? Oh, that will happen? So wait a minute. Yale, it's not going to happen now. What about the district attorney in Houston? He hasn't filed any criminal charges against him. Okay, I mean, this guy's a menace to society. Why isn't he in prison? All right, let me further this conversation because we beat on this thing a couple times. Do the Eagles have to surrender all of their assets to land a elite quarterback? And by the way, after what I saw in the playoffs, the Eagles are not going to win a Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts. Watch this. You're right, guys. He'll get better if he plays next year. You're right, guys. If they put better assets around him, he'll get better. You're right, guys. The Eagles will get better. If you keep improving, he keeps getting better. He keeps elevating. But do you really look at him and see Josh Allen? Somebody on my Twitter post and on my Twitter page posted Josh Allen numbers. You see the same skill set of Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts? Don't lie to yourself. You see, you lie to yourself, but your eyes don't lie. You're like, no. There's no way. Question of the day. Can I get me one of those? NFC Beast, here's the better one. How can I get me one of those? How can I figure out how to land me one of those guys? NFC title only with Jalen Hurts. Oh, okay. So you're Donovan McNabb, baby. You're Donovan McNabb. James, Hurts can't read defenses. Brian Baldinger told us that in the preseason. He's a one-read dude. Anthony, Texans won't trade Watson. They want an arm and a leg. Okay, hey, 3 number ones? Bro, change your franchise for life. I see Jalen Hurts. I see Russell Wilson out of no freaking way. Dude, Russell Wilson, Do you not see what Joe Burrow's doing to the Bengals? Do you see what Justin Herbert's doing to the Chargers? I don't want these 50 starts like we saw in Cleveland with Baker Mayfield. You don't need fit. Hey, let me ask you this. When you jump in a Ferrari, do you need 70 laps around the track to figure out this is a really special car? Or as soon as you sit in it and you take one lap, you go, this is something great. I don't need 70 laps to figure out what a Bugatti is or an Aston Martin. I know these cars are quality cars. I've been in them. I've owned some of them. Okay? I don't need 1,000 laps. Joe Burrow hasn't played 2 full seasons in the NFL, and you're like, that guy is a baller, and he has Brady qualities to him. Think about what this dude has done here. Okay, in 3 years, he put a team in a national championship game. Then he took the shitty Bengals to the Super Bowl. What? The Bengals. Don't talk to me about Jalen Hurts needing 40 starts. I don't want to hear it. I talked myself into it because you know why? He's a great kid. He's a fine NFL player. Listen to this. All shit that doesn't have anything to do with moving the change. Hurts is a Mercedes. Watson is a 69 GTO. Whew. Joe Burrow is the new Montana. Okay? They have Chase too. Well, let me tell you something, Yale. If you don't have Joe Burrow on that team, you have Devontae Smith. Less than 1,000 yards. A productive season with a no-arm quarterback. Congratulations. You're not maximizing your wideout like they are in Cincinnati. They got a signal caller in Cincinnati now. And by the way, that thing's going to be around. Look at what Brady did to the Buccaneers, going down with Mike Evans and Goodwin, all them players down there. Look what he did. He elevated them. Jalen Hurts is not going to elevate. He couldn't find Devontae Smith to save his life in that game against the Buccaneers. Aikman was screaming it out. He's open. It's single coverage. Nobody can see him. You got to find that. He had one catch in the first half, I think. You can't spot single coverage with your top dude, your so-called number 1 draft choice. You ain't an NFL quarterback yet. Oh, but he'll get better. Man, Joe Burrow's got better in 18 ball games. The amount of ball games that Jalen Hurts has played is the same amount of games that Joe Burrow's played almost. He's got his team in the Super Bowl with a coach named Zach Taylor. I thought that guy was the president of the United States. Did we have a president named Zachary Taylor or something like that? You can't read a safety high like that. All first half against the Bucs. You're going, well, he's open. Aikman kept begging the look. I don't want to sound like I'm throwing shade at the kid. I'm sorry. Watch this, and I'll say it again to you. Jalen Hurts is a fine ball player. Jalen Hurts is a damn good NFL man. Look, man, I'm compromising myself right here. And I'm sounding like, oh, he's a great guy, so let's not be too hard. I can't believe I'm doing that. Because this is not a profession, the NFL, where feelings are front and center here. Nobody gives a shit about your feelings. Plus, Joe Burrow's O-line is nowhere in the conversation. Can you imagine if Joe Burrow had the Eagle O-line? Oh, my God. If Joe Burrow had the Philadelphia Eagles offensive line, they wouldn't lose a game. Wouldn't lose a ball game. Dank says he has Brady work ethic. You're sacked 9 times by the Titans. I'll tell you something about Joe Burrow. That's the fucking toughest quarterback I've seen in a long time. You sacked that guy 9 times. You rushed him. Kansas City in that first half was all over his ass. He started moving around, started figuring finding passing lanes, brought that team back. Tell you the moment in the game, changed the game. You know what changed the game? That shitty Andy Reid call, or how about this? That shitty Patrick Mahomes play. Because Reid said he wanted to have him throw it in the end zone and would give him another chance to kick the field goal. Mahomes throws it out wide. Bengals stop him. They don't get any points. Guess who has the momentum going into the half? It was 21-3. And the Bengals came out, and even Kansas City still got the ball. They stopped them again, and then they took the game to them. Same shit they did in Week 17. How you doing? Look what momentum could do to you. I looked over at my wife, said, remember this. That's going to cost the Chiefs the AFC Championship. And it did. And it did. Punk says, give Hurts till 2024 if he hasn't improved. Fuck that. You'll be in the cellar of the division by then. Flex, how many first year for Watson? How many first? 22 first, 23 first, 24 first? What are we looking at? Why are you all set on Jalen Hurts? Because everyone likes him in here. I like him. But that doesn't mean I want him to. Watch this. I want Jalen Hurts on my football team. I'd want Jalen Hurts to date my daughter, but I want Jalen Hurts to be a starting quarterback after what I witnessed in the NFL playoffs. No way. Timing is everything in life. Right now, the NFC quarterback that sucks. No time to develop. Eric, that kind of goes into the Tom Brady conversation, doesn't it? Think about this, guys. Eagle fans. What's going to be in the NFC? Let's hypothetically do this. What if, okay? What if Aaron Rodgers leaves for the AFC or retires? Brady's done. You're going to sit around for 2 years trying to develop Jalen Hurts? Are you crazy? Come on, guys. You got to strike now when you have the money and you have the draft picks. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. You feel comfortable coming out of these great playoff games with the guy you have going into this year, 2022. Yes or no? Let's see what you say. You feel comfortable going into this year after what you just witnessed this whole playoff run? Molden, no. B. Costello, no. And by the way, I know you guys like Jalen. Carl says yes, he feels good with Jalen. Molden, no. Kyle, fuck no. Eagle fan, 1999. You're not wrong, Dan. Big Sileo. No. Hell no. I want to win now, Shakur says. Where does the logic lead to if the Rams lose 2 weeks from now? What do you mean the logic? Get to the game. I want to get to the... You think Jalen can lead you to a Super Bowl? I don't. Lucis, obviously no. But if he But do you do everything in your life with buts and maybes? Football is not about buts and maybes. I hope. This is not a hope chest. Well, I hope this draft choice turns into something. That's why free agents today, that's why the NFL changed that model where free agent play now is before the draft. And these guys are now like in their mid to late 20s instead of their late 30s like they used to be back in the day. And they were guys just holding on to the league. You now get quality guys. Why do you think Bill Belichick spent over $300 million in player contracts this past offseason? Watson right now. Jalen Hurts has marginally improved as a quarterback since his freshman year at Bama, says James. One more offseason isn't going to do it. You're right, James. He's not going to make a Josh Allen leap. Look at the Bengals. The Bengals are the greatest example for every team in the league. The Bengals. The Bengals. Every fan out there knows what I'm talking about. Bengals are cheap. They have never been good, even though they've been to a couple Super Bowls. They've actually been to more Super Bowls, I think, than the Eagles have. Isn't that crazy? Well, the 81 year, they played the Niners twice. And now this is their third one. And the Eagles have only been twice, right? Yeah. Sean McDermott, too, cookies. All right. Got to take a timeout. Let's talk to Gary Cobb about this from Fox 29. Guys, do me a favor. Hit the like button. We got a packed show for you. This is a big day today. Got to determine this, man. I want one of those. Keep it right here on the National.